Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about amazing things that we can accomplish in the next 10 weeks because I want to challenge you to a 10-week challenge. If you're anything like me, you have big goals in life, but you tend to procrastinate or be impulsive or self-sabotage, and it's helpful for me to have a deadline, and there's only 10 weeks left of 2022. And in this 10 weeks, we can still accomplish insane things, big, incredible goals, so that when we look back on the year 2022, we can be proud of something that we've accomplished. If you've been watching me, you know my biggest struggle is definitely my weight and making healthy choices. And I'm so embarrassed to say I have tried and I've told you all these amazing plans, and I continue to really fail. But I have a strategy now. I have a strategy that's going to work for all of us, no matter what our goals are. In the next 10 weeks, you can learn to run 5K. You can declutter 10 trash bags from your home. You can organize 10 different spaces in your home. You can save $350 in the next 10 weeks or more, but minimum that much. You can strengthen relationships. There's so many things that you can accomplish, and I'm going to break down the steps for each of these, but I want you to kind of think in your mind of a big goal that you can accomplish. I know the reason I've failed to achieve my goal over the last year is because I haven't been making it a SMART goal. I didn't make this up. Intelligent people have made this up, but this strategy for achieving goals works. And it's an acronym, which I love. So the S stands for simple. I feel like I've been overcomplicating my goals. I've been like, I want to get healthier and exercise more, and I want to eat more fruits and vegetables, and and it's like a paragraph long. In order to achieve a goal, it has to be simplified into as few words as possible, so it's clear and concrete to your brain. I want to lose 10 pounds. Maybe you want to save money. Maybe you want to get healthy. Maybe you want to walk daily. How can you take your goal and simplify it into as little of words as possible? And I know this doesn't seem like a big deal, but this is a strategy that helps you have success. The M as part of the SMART goal strategy is to make it measurable. So you don't want to say that you just want to lose weight. You need to have a measurable and attainable goal. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to read 10 books. I want to declutter 10 trash bags from my house. I want to organize 10 spaces. I'm using 10 because it's a 10-week challenge, but you have to have a goal that is measurable, right? A real goal that has something you can measure the whole way along to know that you're having success or to know that you're not having success. This is key. So just saying, I want to eat more fruits and vegetables is great, but how about I want to eat one fruit or vegetable with every meal? That is a measurable goal. Next, we have A for attainable. And this is basically just stop having fantasy us and think about realistic goals. I couldn't run to the mailbox. So when I say I'm gonna run 5K in the next 10 weeks, that's not really realistic. It's not really attainable for me. I have to get real. In order to make this work, I have to have a goal that's so easy to achieve that I'm actually going to like not procrastinate and put it off and actually do it. And the R stands for relevant, which means, is this goal something that's relevant to you today? Is this something that you actually want to do for you? Do you want to get your house under control because you are tired of the mess, or is it because your mother-in-law is judging you? Do you not actually mind looking around and having a lived-in space? Do you want this for you? Not because society's telling you you have to do it, or your spouse or your friends or whatever. It has to be something that's fitting an inner goal that you have. When I know the real why underneath and how it's relevant to me, I don't want to lose weight so I look better in clothes, or so my husband finds me more attractive, or because society tells me that being fat is not great. I want to lose weight for me. I have to think of how it's relevant to me and my self-esteem. And that's so important for you as well. And lastly, the T stands for time-based, which is very helpful because we only have 10 weeks to achieve this goal. Giving yourself a time-based limit kind of puts pressure on you. It gives you an end goal, not just the measurable goal that you made. So you're decluttering 10 bags, you're organizing 10 spaces, but I have to do it by this upcoming date, which lets us walk that goal back and break it down into bite-sized pieces. So we know exactly not only what we have to do every week, but what we have to do every day to achieve that goal. And in a second, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do every single day to achieve your big goal. Before we talk about exactly the steps that you need to take to achieve your big goal in 10 weeks, I have to thank Noom for partnering on today's video. Noom is a weight loss program that helps you come up with individualized goals for yourself. It keeps you on track through education and tracking. Every morning while I'm getting ready, I listen to a different lesson. They're anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, so it's no big deal. And I'm learning so much, like caloric density, which is something I didn't realize before. When foods have more water in them, you actually feel fuller because your stomach measures fullness based on weight, not volume. So this was such a little fascinating thing that has stuck with me and made me eat way less potato chips. But I think the thing that's working the best for me is the fact that I'm tracking my weight and my food every day. I'm still eating junk food, but my brain is subconsciously helping me make healthier decisions. So if you're like me and your goal for 2022 is to lose weight, go to www.noom.com/clutterbug and get your free evaluation today. That's www.noom.com/clutterbug. So now let's talk about how we actually achieve our big goals in just 10 weeks, how we make them smart. I'm going to talk about a bunch of different goals that you could have and then exactly what step you need to do every day. And of course, I have a free printable for you. I'm going to put a link to that down below so you can print this off or have this somewhere on your computer and track your daily progress. Tracking progress is key to success, right? We have to make it measurable as part of those SMART goals. So let's start with something really big. Maybe you actually do want to run 5K by the end of 2022. You can do this in just 15 minutes a day. That is how you break a big goal down. 15 minutes a day, starting day one, you're going to walk for 1 minute and then run for 1 minute, and then walk for 1 minute and run for 1 minute. Only 15 minutes. You can do that. And day two, you're going to just add an extra maybe 30 seconds or 15 seconds of running until you eventually add up to your running straight out for those 15 minutes. And I know 5K is a half an hour, but listen, we can't go big. We have to break it down. So that is your goal. I want you to write it down if that was your big goal, that every day you're going to walk/run for 15 minutes. Maybe your big goal is to declutter 10 huge trash bags or boxes from your home. How do you break that down? That can feel huge, like decluttering your house. Again, it's about the daily task. Every day, can you find 10 things to go? That's it. 10 things to leave. Have a trash bag or have a donatable donation box always at hand. Set an alarm in your phone to remind you the same time every day to find 10 things from your home that are going to go. By the end of 10 weeks, you will have made insane progress. It doesn't have to be 10 trash bags. You'll have probably more than that if you stick to 10 items a day, but that is an attainable goal. 10 things every day. It could be an old receipt, it could be a scrap piece of paper, or it can be a blanket in your linen closet that you know you're never going to use. 10 items every day for 10 weeks. You will be amazed at your progress. If your big goal is getting your finances under control, I want you to save $5 a day. And I know that this could seem a lot. You're like, I don't have an extra $5 a day. That's one Starbucks coffee. Don't buy lottery tickets that day. Don't get fast food that week. $5 a day is $35 a week. How can you find that? What can you give up to gain that $5 a day? Because at the end of this 10 weeks, you are going to have $350 saved, which sounds like such a difficult task, but breaking it down to just $5 a day and being conscious every day and thinking, what can I give up today? That's $5, so I can put it in savings. That's how you're going to achieve this huge goal. I put on this list, write a book, because I know a ton of friends and family who always tell me, I would love to write a book, but I don't have the time. So if this is a goal that you have kind of kicking around in the back of your mind, I'm here to tell you I have written multiple books in under 10 weeks. To write a book is a half an hour a day. Sit down, commit to writing for 30 minutes every day. It's consistency that's key. You'll be amazed when your novel is done at the end of 2022. I mean, seriously, what'd you do in 2022? I wrote a freaking book. I ran 5K. I lost 10 pounds. I decluttered my entire home. I got organized. What about building relationships? I made a bunch of new friends. We can commit to every day reaching out to someone, just reaching out to someone. How about I got happier in 2022, which means every day we do something kind for someone else because we know that's the best way to increase happiness. Every day, can we give a compliment to a stranger? Can we buy coffee for the person behind us? What did you do in 2022? I saved $350. What are you going to do in 2022? What is your big goal? We have 10 weeks left to move mountains, you guys, and my big goal is 10 pounds. I'm going to lose a pound a week. You're going to hold me accountable. I will weigh myself once a week, and I'll put that in the end story along with a hilarious story, don't worry. But I'm going to show you that I'm showing up for myself, I'm showing up for you, and I'm doing that. The small thing I'm doing every day is I'm tracking my food and I'm weighing myself. And that's it. I don't have to worry about exercising or diets or what I'm going to eat and what I'm not. I just have to track everything I put in my mouth, and I have to weigh myself every day. And I promise we're gonna have success because I've already lost 7 pounds. And I hope you guys come along on this 10-week journey. I hope you're feeling motivated and pumped because it doesn't matter how many times we've failed in the past. What matters is that we're getting back today and we're starting again. We're starting again together. So put in the comments below your big goal, what you want to achieve in 2022. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for just putting it out there into the universe. And together, we're going to make this happen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. So having teenagers is different. It's an experience. I suddenly feel very, very bad for my parents. Where did my angels go? And what language are they speaking? I just want to talk about a few little things that my kids say that I have no idea what they're talking about. These are slang that the hip kids are saying, okay? Just if you're like me and you're on the older side of cool, you know, you're on the other side of awesome, according to young people, I'm gonna like educate you. You ready? No cap. No cap means I'm not lying. So I guess a cap is a lie, so no cap means I'm not lying? Except teenagers are always lying. So if they say no cap, they're lying. Bougie, I do know bougie, but I thought bougie meant fancy. Like, oh my gosh, you're so bougie, it's so beautiful. It doesn't. So I've been calling people bougie, and then my teenage daughter said, Mom, that's so rude. Bougie means like you're like kind of like trash, trying to look like you have money, but you don't. So it's like embarrassing. It's like, ew, you're like, oh, she's bougie, like she's fake fancy. Oh my God, I called my best friend bougie for so long. I went to her house, I was like, your house is looking bougie. Oh my God, I'm gonna crawl under a rock and die. Okay, here's the other thing. Totes. Totes is not something you put your Christmas decor in. Totes means totally. Queen. All my kids' friends call me Queen. Hey, Queen! Yo, Queen! 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 Spill the tea, Queen! I'm like, what? Spill the tea, Queen means gossip. What gossip is going on in your life? That's spilling the tea. Yeet, that's an oldie but a goodie. That means to chuck something across the room, like you're yeeting something or someone, means to throw. Goat, so I was called a goat by Izzy's friend Torin. That means greatest of all time. That's a compliment. She wasn't calling me a barnyard animal. So, I mean, if someone calls you a goat, that's apparently a good thing. And of course, there's the classic shook. So if you're shook, you're not like shaken, you're taken aback. Like, oh, that's surprising. Like, surprise. Why they don't use actual English words in speaking, I don't know. I could go on. There's a long list. I understand 30% of the things they're talking about when they're with their friends, but that's the least of my teenage problems, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, I had to share that with you in case you were also curious. And now if someone calls you a goat, you know that that's a good thing. And if they call you bougie, you know that's a bad thing. And if they say no cap, I don't know. I guess they're not lying, but they're probably lying because they're a teenager. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If you've stayed this long, brace yourselves. If there's small children in the room, stop this video. This is not appropriate. This is your disclaimer. I'm going to talk about something gross, okay? My 15-year-old and her best friend want to go for Halloween as the characters from their favorite movie, which is Mr. and Mrs. Fox from the Fantastic Mr. Fox. You know Fantastic Mr. Fox? So anyways, we went and we got them outfits, and then I ordered them these on the internet, which are adorable. I also wanted to get the detachable, real fox fur, tail for them. I showed them to my daughter and she said, "Mom, I'm gonna look like a furry." And then my 10-year-old son's like, "Yeah, Mom, those are furry ears." And my daughter, who's 13, was also like, "That's a furry ear." And I was like, "What's a furry?" And I Googled what a furry is. Don't Google what a furry is, but know that it is horrible and awful and weird and not appropriate for children. And how do my children know this? Where are they learning this? The internet, I got to assume, which is terrifying as a parent. But anyways, I thought I would share that if somebody calls you a furry, that's a really bad thing. See you guys next time.